What is going on, everyone? Tim from Tierfon Orbital. So today I would like to talk about, this is going to be a quick one. I'm not going to talk about the chassis, but I do want to talk about the install. This is an install on an Ignition Saber company Ocularis. I don't know, what is this, like 3 dozen of these that I've installed by now? Very, very lucky to have installed so many of these beautiful, beautiful hilts. So I'm not going to come into Fusion and talk about the chassis. I think I've beaten that horse to death. This has been installed with the Magical Mystery Heirloom Master Bodacious chassis. Awesome, amazing, premium, wonderful chassis that I have designed for this hilt, right? So I'm not going to come into Fusion and talk about that, but I do want to come up top and talk about the hilt, talk about how to use it, and then of course we will put a blade in it, put a battery in it, and we'll do a quick demo. The customer did have some specific font and blade style requests for this one too, so I want to go over those. And then we will be on our way, right? So with all of that out of the way, let's come up top and talk about the hilt. Okay, so here it is. This is the Ocularis from Ignition Saber Company. So I was very, very lucky enough to be a very, very small part of this run, of this hilt. So I designed the eco chassis of this hilt, and I also had a chance to design a heirloom master slash hybrid. I call them hybrid chassis. Like a reveal chassis for this hilt, right? So I have said it time and time again, this is a phenomenal hilt. It is a really, really unique hilt, but it is a great hilt for customizations and mods. Etching, weathering, powder coating, and this hilt is no exception, right? So we've got, you know, some great mods that have been done to this hilt. There's a great wrap. It's been powder coated, I believe. It's been weathered. So yeah, these hilts are great for customizations, right? And then of course, how can you go wrong with an external, like an eye reveal here, right? So there's just one of the awesome, unique features of this hilt, okay? But other than that, it's just a great, great hilt. It's a great hilt to install on. So anyhow, so let's talk about how to use this guy, okay? To get at your chassis, this is a twist lock grip, right? So you want to unthread or unscrew or loosen rather this knurled thumb screw, and then you can twist and undo your grip, right? So here is the chassis. Proffie board is here. This is a Proffie V3 build. The kill switch is just underneath the Proffie board here. Crystal chamber is up here. So the crystal is lit with 2 neopixels from above and below. This is its own blade, a separate blade in the config. The eye is its own blade. However, the eye and the blade, the main blade, are set up as sub-blades, right? And then our battery tray is around back here. Okay, 28mm speaker at the bottom. So to use your hilt, spring side towards the speaker is your negative. So take the flat part of your battery, put it down towards the speaker.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
So this was already on. If you don't hear anything, hit that kill switch. And there was that crystal chamber all lit up. Okay. I'm going to leave the grip off, actually, so we can come down and get a better look at it with the camera.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ben Kenobi?
Okay. So let's come down to the bottom. Okay, so here is that inner crystal chamber with the chassis designed by yours truly. You know, I'm just looking at this now, and I'm realizing that I forgot to put the posts in this. So there are sterling silver probes that will be going in here. That is the last thing I do on these installs, so I still need to put those in here. Those will go in before it heads out to the customer. And there is that eye chamber. So this glass eye is from Noah Drew. He does these custom glass blown eyes. Very, very unique and perfect for these builds, right? So once you get your battery in, you can put your grip back on, twist, lock it in place, and you're ready to go. Okay, let's put a blade in it. Okay, so 1-inch blade in this guy. There is a knurled thumb screw around front. You want to loosen that, rest your blade on those PCB pins, and then tighten that knurled thumb screw. And then you are ready to go. All right, so the majority of the fonts that are on this config are all rotoscope original trilogy blade styles. You see how there we've got this kind of gap in the plasma down at the bottom here, and then rotoscope up top. Let's see what else we put on here.
That is the sound of 1,000 terrible.
So the majority of the fonts that are on here were at the request of the customer. They're mostly original trilogy fonts with some other, a few prequel, I believe. This is Qui-Gon. Rotoscope as well. Let's see what else we put on here. Whoops.
Lord Vader.
Oops.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
There's that eye again. Love that eye chamber. And those Noah Drew marbles are perfect. Perfect for that chamber. Let's see what else we put on here.
At last we will have our revenge. Dissonance.
And this is Dissonance from K-Sith. Probably my favorite, one of my favorites from K-Sith. One more. All right. So that's it. That is the Ocularis from Ignition Saber Company and Azzy's Workshop. I'm completely neglecting to mention that Azzy's was also a part of this run. Great, great hilt. Fantastic hilt. And of course, with that eye chamber, just such a unique look to this hilt, right? So anyhow, to the customer, thank you very much for your patience and trusting me with your install. To the customer, to the viewers rather, if anyone has any questions about this particular install or the chassis, please do not be a stranger. And with that being said, may the force be with you always. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.